Now, this deck had to compete against some really, really infamous decks like Rally the Ancestors, Collected Company, and then later on, Tamara Eldrazi. And I do have a couple stories. One, in order to combat Rally the Ancestors, I don't think I ever won a single game against them anyways, but to combat against them, I started playing Hallowed Moonlight, which reminded me a lot of Containment Priest. So Hallowed Moonlight says, if a creature would enter the battlefield and it wasn't cast, you exile it instead. So that includes tokens. So anytime someone would play Rally of the Ancestors, if I had Hallowed Moonlight in hand, then it would just essentially be a counterspell. But I never got the chance to do it. But someone else was playing Hangerback Walker, and I just happened to have my Hallowed Moonlight main boarded because I was preparing to play against Rally. So they played their Hangerback Walker, and I think I attacked into it and killed it, and then in response to the trigger, I cast Hallowed Moonlight, and they got nothing for it. They were totally blown out. It was amazing. My other story is that I was playing against Tamara Eldrazi later in the deck's life, and the way that deck won was by using Emrakul, the Promised End, to gain control of your opponent's turn. And, you know, it's just a big 13/13 flyer with, protection from instants. It's totally busted. I was running Stasis Snare, which is kind of like Journey to Nowhere, but at instant speed. Anytime Tamara Eldrazi would cast Emrakul, at the end of turn, I would play Stasis Snare and get rid of their Emrakul. They would take my turn, and they would realize that anything they cast causes me to gain life, them to lose life, so they couldn't cast any of my spells. I basically just got to untap and take another turn. So it was, you know, another Drana's Emissary trigger. It was just so fun. They basically had no answer for it, and because they didn't run any enchantment removal, they couldn't get rid of the Stasis Snare, and their Emrakul was just gone for the rest of the game. It was disgusting. I was basically playing a deck that no one else was playing, that was competing with decks that I had no business competing against. It was really, really rewarding for me. It taught me that even if you aren't winning, you should always try and be yourself. You should always try and build a deck that appeals to you, and in this case, I really loved Ally, so I built an Ally deck. And it makes it even more rewarding when you actually have success, when you're expressing yourself through cards and you're able to actually hold your own. It's really, really rewarding. So that's basically what it taught me. What was your first standard deck, or have you ever played? I highly recommend trying it out if you're new, just to get a feel for playing with cards in basically the normal format. Let me know. Let me know what was your first standard deck, and what is your opinion of standard? Just remember, it's not about the magic, it's about rallying to a common goal.